Hey everybody, welcome back to the Case of the Golden Idol. Now, I just want to start out with a very quick shout out to Alexander, who left a comment in the previous video, perhaps suggesting, gently guiding me towards a dictionary to look up the definition of the word virtue. And how right you are. Now I look at it, I realise that, yes, two of these things are not like the others. Yeah, you wouldn't exactly classify lust or sloth as virtues? Beauty? I kind of got a question mark over. Literature, I think, is probably the only one that I got right for sure, although I don't actually know if I got it in the correct box, but we'll see. I think it's safe to say, though, that lust and sloth are most definitely not classed as virtues. So I guess we need to come back to our little word pool here and try to work out what counts as a positive, I'm guessing. I did take a very quick look, and I'm thinking diligence definitely sounds like a positive. Diligence could be counted as a virtue, and I do have it in a box here at the moment, but again, I'll revisit that in a minute to see if I can be sure that it's in the right category here. I guess moderation. Moderation is a positive thing, isn't it? And truth as well, I think would be... Yeah, I think moderation and truth certainly look like they could be virtuous qualities. So let's put those over there to separate them out. Diligence, I think, for sure, and as I say, we've already got that assigned. Beauty? Maybe? Possibly? But that's bordering a little bit close to love and happiness and lust, which we know are negatives. So, sloth, lust, untidiness, art, literature, lies, music, fashion, secrets, mistakes, untidiness, emotions, and indulgence. And merit. Merit is used more like a noun, isn't it? Largest merit deduction. So I don't think that really fits as the name of a virtue. So I think probably beauty, diligence, moderation, and truth are our four virtues. So let's just take a quick look at these posters again. So the second virtue, let's drag beauty down here as well. Let's see, the second virtue, I'm guessing... diligence, I guess? This, I guess, is an example of what could potentially happen if you don't remember the second virtue, and therefore you'll end up in a tribunal for it. And then this one, third virtue. Hold on, that was second. This is third. So let's actually order these. First, second, third, fourth. So I guess beauty? Possibly? I'm still not sure on that one. Still not 100% certain that beauty is a virtue. But we'll run with it for now. We'll see what we can fit and where. So I'm thinking possibly truth doesn't really seem to fit under the heart banner, though. But we'll plug these in for now, just so we've got... just so we've got something in the boxes there, and we'll see what we can make work from there. So moderation, I'm probably moderation and diligence I'm the happiest with at the moment. So let's look at moderation. Second virtue is moderation. At work, untidiness, mistakes, and not sure about this one. Secrets? Sloth? Maybe sloth will be punished. Okay. I'm kind of somewhere in the region of approaching being marginally happy with that. If that counts for anything. I don't feel overly confident on any of these, to be quite honest with you. But let's go with the fourth virtue. Fourth virtue is diligence. Now, we don't have a fancy poster to fall back on that one, but we do have our little confiscated items boxes here. So, we have literature, which we'd already filled in. So all diligence, all literature. So maybe, hold on. Literature, lies doesn't feel like it fits. Bones, souls, lust, untidiness, art, secrets. Ooh, secrets may well fit under diligence. But literature now feels like the odd one out, and that's the only one that we can really be confident on because the books were confiscated in the 4th box. Literature, lies, and secrets. Although maybe it's following on from the literature theme, we know that books are banned. So perhaps books are banned due to them potentially spreading lies and secrets and leading the minds of the members of the Order astray. So yeah, maybe that does run. Okay. Third virtue is beauty. So that was the poster with the donkey in the ghastly costume. Beauty, vulgar, art, music, or fashion will be punished. So again, let's check the chest here. Art, music, and fashion. We know that flagrant, colourful fashion is frowned upon, thanks to the fellow on trial here. They decided not to push any fashion charges. So, I think that looks like it mostly fits. Second virtue is moderation at work, untidiness, mistakes, and sloth will be punished. We'll run with that for now. So, if we can fill out the first virtue, then maybe we'll be getting somewhere. So, what was in the confiscation box here? Brandy and opium, which fits the indulgence bracket. We know that emotions are frowned upon. And let me see. Lust, I guess, would fit into that bracket as well. Okay. Let's give it a try. Well wide of the mark. At least 3 slots incorrect. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Okay, I think we need to head back downstairs and re-interview the suspects. So, let's see if this fits anything in. So now we've got a little bit more context as to what these people are actually on trial at the tribunal for. Maybe this will fit into place a bit better. So, such a relief they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful. So we know that you had an infraction for fashion. Well, we've plugged that in at the moment under vulgar fashion. Okay. You there, sir. Rebuilders of fast, they spread lies that my pure love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Now, hold on. Can we cross-reference? No. We can't cross-reference these people against these lists. What we can do, though, we have 3 subjects here and a 4th that we're not completely sure on, although I'm beginning to wonder whether this may have been... What was his name now? That may have been Lothar Richards, perhaps? I can't really recall what Lothar looked like. Let's go and have a little peek at his face. Okay. Well, look at Lothar. He was a bit tanned and crinkly, wasn't he? I mean, it's a bit hard to make out his features all that well with this sort of teetering tower of what I actually do believe are towels on top of his head. So he probably couldn't afford his own wig. Let's take a quick look downstairs at his jacket again as well. What was in there? Just cigars. Okay. So, could this potentially be Lothar? We know that a few years have passed, but probably about a decade now, I'm guessing, or best part of, since Edmund's little tea party. So could this be Lothar Richards? Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. Do not make that error. When you know my name, just look for my face. Prince of Dusk. Is this a letter that this chap had written? Or had he received this letter from someone else? Was this some sort of warning? Prince of dusk. I don't see how that really fits into anything that we've got here. Interesting. So let's. So we have 4 people that well, 3 people we certainly don't know, and possibly 1 extra here. Let's see. So Walter Keane. We know it's not Walter Keane. Walter Keane's not present. I know his face, and he's also been excommunicated. So we'll scratch him off. Gideon Bell. Certainly none of the people downstairs are Gideon Bell. So that leaves Fangor Quinn, Josh Bailey, Horace Webb, and quite possibly Lothar Richards. Well, if we are including Lothar Richards in the pool here, we know that none of these 3 gents are Lothar. So let's take a look. Lothar Richards held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. So that would fit the indulgence bracket, which again. I think I see where I'm gone wrong. I feel like these elements are probably mostly correct. I think I just have the headings incorrect. So diligence would make more sense to be put as a virtue at work. There we go. We're making progress. Diligence at work would cover untidiness, mistakes, and possibly sloth. Not sure about that one. Moderation. Truth. I think these are around the wrong way. Oh, amazing. It was that easy. Fantastic. Finally, we've broke the back of it. We're moving in the right direction. So the first virtue is moderation. Excessive lust, emotions, and indulgence will be punished. Second virtue is diligence. At work, untidiness, mistakes, and sloth will be punished. Third virtue is indeed beauty. Vulgar art, music, and fashion will be punished. The fourth virtue is truth, or literature, lies, secrets will be punished. Of course, I was absolutely right that literature cannot be trusted by the Order. Therefore, the fourth virtue is truth. So, where in the world was I? So, offered large amounts of wine. So, yes. In breach of the first virtue. Oh, I suppose I can start filling these out, can't I? Oh, interesting. So I think this is suggesting the merit boxes, the single merit boxes, at the bottom of each virtue indicates that each category carries its own set demerit value. So, where could we figure this out? Well, we know that the arbiters here, as well as the enforcer and, what was your rank? Record keeper, have an actual points value. Interesting, and the positive points are much. So, can we deduce what the point deductions are from these infractions? Labelled a protocol as being on a Thursday, even though it was on a Wednesday. Tisk, Mr. Maker. So that is a diligence demerit. Took a double-length lunch break in the office. Ooh. Double-length. Oh, that's sloth as well. I think that's sloth at work. So these are both diligence demerits. We know that he got plus 10 for this, so plus 4. So these must be 3 points each. So, a diligence demerit, 3 points. So then, let's carry this on. Mr. Goran had a secret compartment in his office locker. Does that go against truth? Yes. All secrets and lies will be punished. So that's a truth demerit. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Again, lies. But got plus 10 merit for loyal service. Ended up with plus 8. So these must be a 1 point demerit. Ooh, it's looking suspiciously like progress again, he says. So, Dr. Turner drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Well, that right there is in contravention of the mediation... Yeah, it broke this one. For indulgence. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Oh. Well, that breaks the fourth virtue. But we know that that is 1 point. Okay, so you gained 20 points, and you've ended up with 12 overall. So you were deducted 8 minus the 1 for keeping the book, which means that, wow, moderation docks 7 points? That's quite the punishment. Okay, so now just beauty. Anything beauty related for the cock. Let's see. Slap to sergeant in anger. Nope. Listen to our marching music in his manner. There we go. Music. Third virtue is beauty. Vulgar music. Although military marching music, would they class that as vulgar? They look like quite a militaristic cult here anyway. So, slap to sergeant in anger. So, feels like that was overstepping the boundary of moderation by letting his emotions maybe take over. So we know that emotions are a 7-point deduction. He had 20, ended up with 11, which is 9 points, minus the 7. I think that means that beauty is a 2-point demerit. I can maths! I am ever so pleased. At least one of my mental faculties is intact. So, each of these. Oh, interesting. Okay, so. Who can we fill out here? So, Gideon Bell, Horace Webb, Lothar Richards, Josh Bailey. So these are the 6 books. Okay, so we need to look through the actual books strewn across the counter here. That, what's his name? The Griffin Reborn. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Lazarus, was it? Lazarus? Whatever his name. He was looking at, even though one of the books apparently becomes invisible when I look closer at the desk. Still confused about that. Right. Well, let's work it out in order. Fangor Quinn, ooh, you cheeky devil, claimed he had no wife. Had a painting depicting a naked person in his house. Broke his wife's favourite teapot in anger. Was observed spending a night with a neighbour's wife. So, each one of these has a red minus next to it, so each one of these is counted as a separate infraction. Claimed he had no wife. That was a lie, from what I can tell. -1. Has a painting depicting a naked person in his house. Cheeky. So that... Ooh, does that count as lust or art? Or both? Let's say that that's art. So that's a -2 demerit. We're -3 so far. Broke his wife's favourite teapot in anger. So that is being overcome by emotion. -7. Wow, so he's on -10 so far. Was observed spending a night with the neighbour's wife. Dirty. Could count as a secret or a lie, but I think that probably goes under lust. Again, -7. So I think that Fangor Quinn received -17 merits. Wow, that's really going us up. Walter Keane, let's move on to user. Flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. Oh, so is this 3 infractions or just the 1? I'm guessing just 1 because it's its own noted item. So flirting with women at the party convention, I guess lust? Again, kind of borders on others, but I think probably lust. So that's -7. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. So that is vulgar fashion. -2, so -9 so far. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during a ritual of ascendance, and promptly expelled. So, that's 1 merit off, so that would be -10 merits, I believe. No. Negative. Okay. Well, let's just recalculate this. So, flirting, headgear, lies. Flirting, so -7, -9, -10. On the face of it, that looks correct. Fangor Quinn claimed he had no wife. Lies, -1. As a painting, art, takes it to -3. Broke his wife's favourite teapot in anger. Yeah, so that takes it to -10. I'm pretty sure that's moderation. And was observed spending a night with a neighbour's wife. Again, I think that's lust. which would take it to minus 17. Maybe. Let's adjust this. Let's just suppose that spending a night with a neighbor's wife wasn't lust, but it was a secret or a lie. So we need to change that for a 1? No, that was correct. Okay. So I think we can be pretty confident we've got Fangor Quinns correct. 2 or fewer slots are wrong. So Walter Keane. We must be wrong on Walter Keane. Let's try again. So, flirted with different married women during the party convention. Maybe these are cumulative. Let's work these points out cumulatively for each instance. So flirted 3 times with different married women. So 3 lust infractions. So that's 21 already. Good grief. Let's clear this. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. 5 times 2. That's 10. So 31 so far. Plus a lie. Let's try 32. Ah, marvellous. Right, so that confirms it. Each one of those numbers are separate occasions. Good God, King, you were lucky to just be expelled with minus 32 merit points. Quite amazed it wasn't more severe. Lothar Richards. Let's take a little look. Lothar. Let's see. If this is a ridiculously low number, although it's not going to be. I was going to say if this is a ridiculously low number, then I think it's probably pretty sure that... Where are we? That this is Lothar and that he died for his crimes. But it's saying that he redeemed himself to an extent. Okay. Held a dinner party in a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. They're punishing now for something that happened years ago? Okay. So that's indulgence, minus 7. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter. Well, that's another moderation infraction, so that makes it minus 14, but got plus 15 points for basically dobbing in his daughter and son-in-law. So that gives him a plus 0. 1. So, Josh Bailey. Let's have a little look. Gin. Josh Bailey. Oh, God. Left his work at the tannery early. So that is going to be sloth at work, minus 3. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat and rum at the Old Oak. So that's 2 counts of moderation. So that's minus 17 in total. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. That is another one. So that's going to be minus, what are we looking at? 24. Denied 4 times during questioning that he had done these acts. 1 point each, so that's going to be 28. Minus? Good. Minus 28. Lovely stuff. Now, final 2. Horace Webb. Has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated as 60... Oh, God. Am I going to have to do this? 60 instances of not work. Well, that... No. No. Well, I can't possibly... Oh, I can. Oh, but I can. You sneaky, sneaky swines. I was about to say I can't possibly count 3 times 60 because there's only 2 digits here. But then there's a huge plus merit, so that's going to bring it back into the 2 digits, I'm guessing. So, 60, 120, so minus 180 merits at the moment, because 60 times minus 3. Right, minus 180. Claims he works in his castle, helping his servants clean it. Well, that sounds like a lie. So minus 181. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. That also is minus 1. So what did I say? Minus 181, minus 196, but then gets a plus 200 merit here for willingness to donate his castle to the party, which by my estimations puts him at approximately plus 4. I've probably completely failed somewhere. But Gideon Bell. Let's take a little look. Gideon Bell. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. I mean, that cannot be denied. So that's minus 2 to start with. Broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. So that sounds like excessive emotion. Couldn't possibly be Gideon, could it? No. Poor fella's really let himself go. Right, sorry, where was I? So outrageous hairstyle, bursting, right, so -2, and then 10 times, right, so -72 so far when you times that by 10. Refused to start working, 5 instances of job skipping. Where was I? Hold on. -9? No, -72. 5 instances of this. -72, that's -87. Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information, which keeps keeping a secret. So I believe that puts Gideon Bell at a perilous -88. Wonderful. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, it's looking bad for Gideon. Oh my, it's looking bad for Gideon. So, I'm beginning to think now that I may have backed myself into a corner. I'm thinking that these books here actually have nothing to do with the 4 people that stood trial at the tribunal today. But I could be mistaken. Anywho, I think we may be in a position now to work out the last little section. 3 years have passed since Order Party has seized power. During a tribunal, someone is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. Well, that sadly looks like it could very well be Mr. Blinky Boy himself, Mr. Gideon Bell. To execute his punishment, something was used on him, and he lost something and died. Oh dear. Something was used on him? Idol. The idol was used on him? Maybe? Maybe the idol was used on him. The idol, the runes on the idol were set to take life, to decrease life. Dirty. Dirty. Is that decrease? I thought the hooky on its own was increase. Oh no. Right, what did you have to say? You'll perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure our new society. In all truth, High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. In all truth, I prefer storing more than this. What? What does that mean? I would prefer storing no more than this. Maybe it's life? Maybe this is Gideon Bell's life stored inside the idol? I wanted to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth. Worst jobs in this one. Thank God tobacco is not into... indulgence a bit more in too bad literature is forbidden. Okay. Oh no. I think that the idol was used on him and he lost what? 88 bones and died? Maybe? Or years? No, that doesn't make sense. Lost 88... Wait, what? So I think that is Gideon Bell. I think the idol was used on him. I think it was used to decrease life. Uno momento, por favor. I need to check a thing. Where was the cabin? There's the cabin. I need to check the manual. Bear with me. Consulting manual. This one. Okay. Unknown effect. If the implications are this or what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. Next up is to progress from food to some more organic matter. Must ask David to fetch me a dead body. Snibbity. So, if the eye is blue, you can only perform... Oh, wait, I was right. The indicator does change after each use. Okay. If the eye is red, it is ready for the hook input, and it will turn blue shortly afterwards. I think the eye was blue on the idol when Lazarus was holding it, so that must mean that it was red previously. So it was used when it was red, And red, I think, increases? I want to say? The hook. Yeah, the hook. Oh, it was here, wasn't it? Increase. So, was the gem blue? I wonder to myself. The gem is blue. So it was previously red, which means that it's been activated with the increase symbol. I'm slightly confused. Oh, I'm getting it all wrong. It's not to increase the life force or increase the health of the target. I think it increases and decreases age. So Gideon did have... Oh, I think it is 88 years. He lost 8... Wait, what? Hold on. I'm so confused. It feels like this should say he lost 88 years? I'm so confused. Judge had the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history to execute this punishment. Idol was used on him and he lost... I think this is going to be wrong. Oh god, no, it's right. He lost 88 years. Maybe it's just... It's something to do with the wording, I feel. Because in my mind, I keep thinking, if he lost 88 years, then he must have got 88 years younger. But I think lost 88 years of his life. So, yeah, he was about 20 or something, I guess. So, yeah, that put him sort of towards 110 years old. And, yeah, he dropped dead. That makes sense. Right, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I mean, not awesome for Gideon. Really quite bad for Gideon. It's really quite severe, but okay, anyway, doesn't matter. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. The young Duke, Gideon Bell, was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The High Arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. Oh, he was 20. I called it. Right. Nice. Oh, I'm very pleased. That made perfect sense. Once I actually worked out what the hell a virtue actually is. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Oh dear. That means we get to take on the big case. Oh no. Who's this? This is... Wait a minute. Oh, they all have the same helmets. Okay, I was wondering if this was possibly David Goran on this front page. Looks like he's just been shot dead by some random with long grey hair. But anyway, let us progress to what I believe to be the final case. The slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. That's a mouthful. Oh no. Oh no. Have I got to travel all around the land to solve this one? Okay. The slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. Why do I think it's not going to be all that peaceful? Right, do I recognise anywhere, first of all? I'm quite intrigued to see if I do recognise anywhere. So this looks like Edmund Cloudsley's little hut where the highwayman attacked. This I don't know. Those islands look strangely familiar. Wait, hold on. Wait. We've not come full circle, have we? Have we actually come full circle? Are we on this? Are we here? Was this... Wait. Did Albert Cloudsley and... What was his name? Quinn, was it? What's his name? Oberon Geller. That was close. Got a Q in it somewhere, surely. Did they discover this island and populate it? Are these the same pair of islands? They look very similar. Like, strikingly similar. Ah. So did they discover this island and begin colonizing it? Is that... I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting far ahead of myself. So we have some sort of what looks like a military encampment here. A lot of white flags here. Maybe this is some sort of neutral meeting space. We have a bridge over a river. We've got what looks like a very crumbly house. Wait, that's not Samuel Cloudsley's house, is it, by the river? We've got an island with a tree here. I think that's the cabin. Another little green area here. Is that a body? Is there a body laying in the middle of there? There's a body here as well. Oh, that's not good. A little harborside quay. Maybe that's where the Little Mermaid is. Two houses that we can't interact with. And then this huge area here, which I guess is the King's Palace, maybe? If there is a king directly involved. And then much water and much island and much hill. So, let's begin. Well, let's actually begin over here. I'm kind of intrigued as to... Oh my god, I called it. It is the Little Mermaid. Amazing. Oh, the upstairs is locked off. Are you still here flirting with the ladies? Oh. Is that... What was her name? Is that... Was it Mrs. Brown? Ada Brown? I think that's Ada Brown, isn't it? I may have got the surname wrong, but her forename is definitely Ada. She was the one in Edmund's house that was sent by the cult of masks, the Brotherhood of Masks. Do you think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of the blasted country. An embroidered handkerchief. Edmund Cloudsley. Me and my employer are getting out of the blasted country. She was posing as one of Edmund Cloudsley's handmaidens. Cards, dagger, room key. So she's got a room upstairs. But oh no, that was from his house, wasn't it? Let me see. Okay, so this is instructions. So she's still part of the Order, formerly known as the Brotherhood of Masks. I have instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he will be in Order party uniform. If he comes alone, without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Conceal your face. He may recognize you. The one who escaped your tonic. The one who escaped your tonic, that was Edmund. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip. Yeah, because she accidentally killed Rose, didn't she? When it was intended for Edmund, she poisoned the medicine from the safe. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is going to be a complicated one, but I'm going to like it. He's... Our fella Oswald, was it? He's still there peeling lemons. All those Order rats sneaking round here. This is no good. I hope they'll just blackmail me and bugger off. Still partially peeling that lemon many years later. Okay, what do we have here? Can't take a look at the slate this time. We cannot take a look at the drunken monkey on the poster. That's a thought. We never got to the bottom of those monkey cartoons, did we? Anyway, completely forgotten your name, madam. I do apologise. Oh, but I heard rumours you lost a cannon while gambling. 3 Albion francs and a stiletto blade. Ah, now I thought I recognised him. Wasn't this one of the fellows that was in the tribunal? Was it? Hold on, I'm going to have to skip back and take a quick look. No, looks very similar from a distance, but up close, clearly a different fella. Okay. Nonsense. I'm not an idiot. But real men like us could beat those Order party ninnies even without any weapons. Okay, 100 francs. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. We're going to have to cross-reference the hell out of this stuff, aren't we? We've got shortcuts now to the past cases. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be so involved. Okay, fine. So, that's what's going down at the Littlest of Mermaids. Let's just quickly check our hotspots, make sure I've not missed anything. I have the guest book. So we're now on May 14th, 1795. So we've moved a couple of years along again. Ada Baker. It was Mrs. Baker. 2 nights in the Dandelion Room, and Walter Naught. 2 nights Was that him, maybe? Walter Naught, 2 nights in the Forget-Me-Not room. Neither of them seem clickable, so that's fine. That means they're not all that pertinent to our inquiries. Let's check out the ship. Okay, that's the ship checked out. Was there anything clickable here? No, it doesn't seem to be. Let's just check our clickable spots here as well. I think I have covered... I have indeed covered all of the ones that I could see there. So, that's the Little Mermaid. Let's explore this little island in the river. I'm kind of intrigued by this. Oh, it's Mary and Peter! Oh, how lovely. So it looks like they weren't had... Why is there another racehorse running free in the background there? That's kind of concerning. Someone else fallen off their horse? Oh. Looks very much like... What was his name? Oh, what was his name? The good doctor, Dr. Turner? That's his stamp, or at least that's the stamp of the Seven Seas Shipping Company. Lazarus, I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proud Beast steward. I will be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned. Lazarus. Back at our camp, is this? Oh, yes, I just noticed the design on the tent. This is the Order. So are they looking to march on the king's residence? I mean, it makes sense. We did read a newspaper article previously saying that the king... Where was that? I might have to go back and look for it. Saying that the king was holding out against the pressure from the Order. Ooh. Where was that now? I might have to go back and check that article at some point. But anyway, yeah, Peter and Mary are here living life to the fullest, I think. It's kind of cute. Worry not and continue to feast, wife. Nothing could stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. Right, looks like we do have clickable words. Kill. Pertinent. I think, based on what we've seen in the game, I think that's pretty much all the words that I need. Wherever we go. Still doing that, Peter? Really? An almost empty whiskey flask. Mary? Dear husband, you are so brave, and you have been drinking since early this morning. But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? Okay, so she has a harp, she still has a ridiculous haircut, and she's got a book. Ooh, with 2 seals. Interesting. That is Peter... Now, what was his surname? Was it Billingsley or something like that? But that's his seal. Whose seal is this? Oh, that's the... Wait, hold on. That's, that was Sebastian Cloudsley's seal. Who's sending notes with his seal? Okay. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me, Edmund Cloudsley. January 5th, 1780... What? Edmund Cloudsley was sending... Oh, that's right. Didn't Peter mention that Edmund was trying it on with Mary and didn't get very far, and Peter won her heart in the end? Interesting. So was that flirtation from Edmund? Oh. March 15th, 1795. So this is just a couple of months before. Oh, interesting. So that confirms it. Edmund most certainly is still alive somewhere. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies, while I will put you on a pedestal of sweetest praise, and you will become my ideal wife. Edmund. Dirty dog. Where's he hiding out? Where is he? Okay, and then the other seal, Peter's seal. Love that she still carries that illustration around with her. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley, that's the one. 1788. Oh, March 5th, 1788. Oh, so this was at the same time they were sending pretty pictures to her and trying to win her heart through through artistry and prowess. Mary, my uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery, and I'm rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry. So, hold on. He inherited all of Edmund's cash? Interesting. Edmund really wanted to stay underground. Okay, so anything else to Clicky McClickerson? The horse, of course. We've done that. That's fine. Make sure I've not missed anything here. Mary we've got. Ideal wife. Okay, that's fine. And anything here? Nope, we're good. Right. We have got a lot of ground to cover. Quite literally. And this is going to be a really involved one, especially if we have to keep bouncing between the different cases to cross-reference stuff. But we're nearly there. We're nearly at the end of the case of the Golden Idol. But guys, thank you very much for joining me. If you'd like to leave a like or you care to leave a comment, put those in the usual spots. Make sure you hit subscribe so you know when probably the last episode for the base game before we move into the DLC is available. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.